Hello! In this training we're going to talk about MLPE, Module Level Power Electronic. When I look at the traditional string inverters, there was no MLPE, there was no Module Level Power Electronics. All the modules were connected together in a string to the inverter, and all the electronics, all the brain, all the functionality was done at the inverter, at the grid connection. All the panels were just like one big panel with the voltage, the accumulation of all the different voltages of the different panels in the string. This is why it's called the string inverter, as opposed to the MLPE, the module level power electronic, where the electronic is at the panel level, at the module level. As we talked in the IV curve training, every panel has its own IV curve, and I'm trying to maximize the power generation by finding the maximum power point for each and every panel, optimizing the power production from my system. If I do it for the entire string, I always have some compromise. When I do it to the different panels individually, I can find a little higher and a little lower, better working point for optimizing my power generation from each and every panel, and not just compromising on one good enough or sometimes not so good one working point for the entire string. I'm optimizing the power generation with MLPE, and this is the number one reason for the change in the industry from central inverters to string inverters to module level power electronic microinverters and optimizers. When I have MLPE, I have the more energy because I'm optimizing the energy generation from each and every panel, the panel level. Because I have inverter on every panel, I also have module level monitoring. So I have more energy, module level monitoring. I have flexibility because I don't need to have a certain amount of panels in a string. I have much less restraints. I can connect everywhere, different places on the roof. I better utilize my roof because of this flexibility, and I have safety advantages because I don't have now a string of very high DC voltage. I have only one or two panels DC voltage, which is safe compared to the string voltage, which is high and danger. So I have these advantages of MLPE, and with the unique case of microinverters, I also don't need to install inverter on my wall in the house, and I'm saving space in the house. Everything is connected on the roof, under the panels. These are great advantages of the MLPE. There are different solutions, not only microinverters, which are small inverter on every panel. There is the SolarEdge solution of optimizers, which is taking the functionalities of inverter, the DC to DC, which is at the panel level with optimizers, doing the more energy, safety, monitoring, etc., and the simple and inverter, which is high efficient at the grid connection, only doing the DC to AC conversion. So SolarEdge took inverter with both functionalities of MPPT and DC to AC conversion and separated to DC to AC simple and efficient inverter at the grid connection and optimizer at the panel level, which are doing all the advantages that microinverters are doing. These are two kinds of MLPE solutions, optimizers and microinverters. Ecori are supporting both of them. Thank you very much for listening to this short training about Introduction to MLPE.